And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Satisfactory. Alright, well, we are bumping up against the limit of how much content is on this game. So I am looking forward to suggestions, ideas. I have an idea of pausing this series until more content and then filling it in with a little bit more factory action with a production line. So if you happen to see that pop up in this time slot, then you know that I have put this on pause. We will revisit, of course, when new content becomes available. But as of today, all of the experimental stuff, as you can see, the experimental banner on the top left is gone. They've moved it all onto stable. And so we're all good. All the stuff and the things have all been migrated over to the more stable build. And yeah, lots of bug fixes. I'm scanning some alien organs right now. Looks like they fixed that little bug that is if you had previously already like researched alien carapace, that didn't unlock. So that unlocked, but it's like a 22-minute long research. There have been other things that I have found. Mainly, there is a alternate concrete recipe that I unlocked. Let's see, is that in here? Is that a 5? Well, look at all the alternates. Lots of alternates. Alternate concrete, I actually have the things and the stuff that are needed on that, so let's pop that one. And alternate concrete, I'm sure it's an assembler. Alternate concrete requires silica and limestone, and it gives you 3. That's pretty good. If we go to this guy over here, this is my recipe researcher here. So this gives you 22.5 concrete per minute. This one gives you 15 per minute, so it's more, and we have less limestone per minute desire here. We have 7.5 silica per minute. Now, I did ask in a previous episode, once we unlocked these, where do we get silica? And a lot of people commented and said, hey, you get silica from harvesting certain plants. And that is great and all. And it's all well and good. But that's not really automatable. Not by a long shot. So how do you get silica that can be, automated, that you can get in large amounts, and it's sort of a set it and forget it sort of thing? Well, there's another alternate recipe that I got for silica, and I'm going to pop this one now. Boink. Which I think is a constructor recipe. Maybe not. There it is. Okay. Silica, 67.5 per minute. That's not bad. Raw quartz, 30 per minute. 2 limestone, 15 per minute. So in order to make concrete, which is kind of amusing, this is 45 a minute to make 1 concrete. Okay. If we produce this, remember the other recipe used 30 per minute of limestone to make the concrete, but that was 3 concrete per craft. So that is 45 a minute exactly of limestone that you're going to consume. So you're going to consume the exact same amount of limestone. You add in some quartz, and you can radically increase your concrete output. Same amount of limestone, a little bit of silica. So this uses 7.5 silica. We are able to make 67.5 silica. So that's a lot. Like, just one crafter to make silica will supply quite a few concrete producers. There are other silica-based recipes. High-speed connector also uses silica. Okay, So there are ways around this. We have rubber, and I need silica to actually unlock it. So that's a bummer. So I need to get some silica production up and running. So that is the name of today's episode. I would like to see how to get this up. I didn't realize I needed limestone to do this. I've got a spot. As you can see, I've went out shopping. I've got lots of stuff in my inventory ready to roll. Let me drop. I'm just gonna drop the stupid flower petals that I have here. I don't really need those on me. Quick wire. Didn't I have some quick wire around here? I think I had that down here. I want to grab another stack of quick wire or two before I run off and leave this place. I think it was over here. Yeah, there it is. So that 38 quick wire, that's not enough to suit my needs. Look at all of the sweet power slugs that we've got, though. It's awesome. Somebody hit sort on this thing, and it screwed everything up. All right, so as you can see, we actually have. Oh, I thought those were silica. Those are heat sinks and batteries, of course. Probably future crafts there. And there's a lot of quick wire up here. I'm going to take an extra one, just because. Reasons. All right, so I have already brought out quite a lot. I ran a line for quartz ore because I knew we were going to need some quartz ore. I'm just going to fly off this thing here. Good old suspension on this is pretty decent. So right up this hill, I mean, this is where our quartz crystal is coming from, obviously. And they finally, I think they settled on a sprite for that. We're gonna park her right there. So yeah, they did settle on a new sprite for the quartz crystal. But that's the finished product. We need the ore to produce silica. So I brought a line. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it from up here. Right down there. I brought a second line in and terminated it right up to there because I want to use this space to make the silica. And to do that, we're going to need limestone. And the reason I picked that spot is, lo and behold, we have limestone right over here. Now, do we have limestone anywhere else? Let's do a ping to see if there might be some hidden. Oh, yeah. There are. There is some limestone down here. I must go investigate that. Because that would be absolutely perfect. I wouldn't need to run my limestone down here and then the silicon back up. I would just mine it right here. That would be perfect. Not even planned. Yeah, right up there. Look at that. Let's see. What type of... Oh, come on, get up there. It is a normal vein. I think that is going to be sufficient for our needs. Normal vein is it's going to get us quite a bit. I haven't done really much exploring back here at all. We just sort of cut through this space and didn't really think much of it. So a normal vein over there is absolutely perfect. I think we're going to be able to make this work. So obviously we have a lot of foundations to put in. Because I'm not sure how much production we're gonna have, but we're gonna try to tap that out, or at least as much as possible. You know, obviously we can't consume all of the quartz ore because we need it for actual, you know, making of the quartz, but we can certainly let's see, go here, ramp this up. I'm feeling that this is where our limestone is going to come in. Come on, click it. There you go. Maybe a softer one, and that'll give us a nice platform to place our miner on in limestone. And he's a little bit over here, but we can bend it over to this side pretty easily. I am going to need a couple equipment workshop. Like being able to just drop one of these anywhere I need. We need a couple portable miners. Pick that back up. Let's put my blade runners back on just so I can move a little bit faster. All right, so we can do a miner Mark II right here. Yay. Okay, now obviously if that's going to be, we want yeah, let's kind of get it off to the side just so I have some running space. And I should be able to link that up. Now, this thing is at 120 per minute. And we are going to overclock this. Not that we really need to, but I just want to future-proof it. So exactly 200 will be 240 a minute. We can work with that. We can work with that. Now, if we sort of split down the middle here and say this is going to be the bus for this little craft process here, we're going to say, all right, let's stretch this out. The quartz ore can come in. The limestone can come in, and we can have plenty of room for more production. So we can add production in the future. I'm trying my best to sort of future-proof my base. So when the new content drops, I will have the ability to increase production here and there to make up for what I need. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, roughly there. I have lots and lots of these. There we go. All right, that will be the main, basically the main bus of this little setup here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to have a nice gradual edge there. These guys can come in here, and then the quartz can come in Well, yeah, it's going to have to come into the side a little bit. Just because how that works right there. So if we go, quartz is going to be up here. We're going to have limestone right down here. Something like that. I'm not going to put the quartz on there. I just want to make sure that this will stretch. Yep, that will stretch. Okay. So, production-wise, I don't know if I have enough concrete on me. Those are all concrete pillars. I mean, I know where there's a ton of concrete. I just want to... I want to do most of these foundations in between episodes. So I want to just get some production up and running. Then when I do go and grab a bunch of concrete, we'll be able to use the extra space, extra gap that we have. Okay, so let's snuggle it right there. I mean, that's a ways. Okay, that's too far away. Since we have the vertical belts now, I think we'll be able to get a little bit. I don't want to do it too close, but I need a little space here for vehicles to travel, obviously. And this is going to be silica. So 30 quarts per minute, that's actually quite a bit, believe it or not. 30 quarts per minute is a huge amount, but it produces so much silica. Like 67.5 per minute of silica. That is a pretty good output. We need power. And right now, power is way over there. This is why I wanted more quickwire. Let's get power up. Let's get power over like here. And we're going to do it over here as well. Skip right over that area. Like so. That way when we have a production on this side, I have power already over here, and then we are going to need some power for this little guy here. Shouldn't really ever need to come back up here. Now, should we put limestone and such on there already? I think we can. All right, so this is 240 a minute. If we max it out, it'll be exactly 300 a minute. And I don't see us needing 300 limestone a minute. I mean, 240 a minute. What are we needing down here? I think we're going to be using 15 a minute for each one of these. Yeah, so 240 a minute. I mean, at 15 a minute, you're going to be able to supply 20 crafters. So there is a little bit of production boost that we could do, but I don't think we need it at this specific moment. Let's get some splitters in. Okay, so this one lines up right there. And this one lines up right about there. And now let's get logistics, conveyor lift. Wow, that actually lined up perfectly. Now, can I move a belt? I can. So, no sense in using the lifts if you don't absolutely positively have to. All right, so this thing now is going to require power, and what I'm going to do... How much concrete do I have left? 1, 2, 3. Do I have enough for another one of these? I want to put a pole right in between the two. And that will be where I'm powering both of these. I'm even though these poles can have quite a lot of things on them, I know poles are not like expensive, so I'm just using them as much as I can. All right, and now this one. Well, that one doesn't quite line up. Yeah, it's there's a little twist in it. I was just in good shape. All right. So you are filling up. So that is 30 consumption and 60 consumption. It's a lot of consumption. I might have to tweak the quartz miner. I don't remember how I set that up. If I left any room for extra. All right, so we're gonna do a merger. We're gonna go this way with it. Right here. And now, again, I'm going to, in between episodes, fill in quite a lot of concrete in here. Yeah, there's a lot of concrete that I'm gonna have to push in through here. I just wanted to. I'm. Anybody else curious at what this stuff looks like on the bus, or on the belts? Like, is it going to be just like a plain white thing, or what is it going to look like? I'm really curious. So the icon doesn't do it justice. All right, so here comes the quartz. All right, let's go see what it looks like. Oh, look at that. They're like little bags. Sort of. What? I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like sand or what the window is for. It doesn't seem... Those two textures don't really match up very well. But, you know, we've got it. We're producing it, which is a good thing. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.